And away we go. And away we go. And away we go. What up? It's your boy Evan Hollywood. This is the Heaven Hollywood Experience on the IE Network. This is the first shows of our evening shows that we're going to start doing now, 4 nights a week. Welcome on my heavy hitters. As I take a swig of my coffee. Welcome to my heavy hitters. Smash that like button. Thank you, Darius. What's up, sweets? What's up, sexy? What's up, my boy Darius Bowden? As you're coming in, you got to let me know where you're from. You all know that my name is Heaven Clark. I am from representing Strong Island, Hempstead, Long Island, aka Strong Island, and living everywhere. That's the first thing we're gonna do. We have to get acquainted with each other. Let everybody let me know where they are from. What is up? See my heavy hitters to start filing in. Got a few things to talk about today. We got some questions that need to be answered. I'm always going to share one of the questions that was sent to me during the day because every day there's always going to be something that comes up, and I probably get between 50 to 200, depending on the type of day it is. The 200 DMs, like, yo, Hev, is this true? Yo, Hev, I heard this. Did you hear this? Oh, man, what up? Where you from? Darius from Houston. Okay. H-Town in the building. That's why we get along so good. Shout out to my people in Beaumont, my family, my Uncle Ronnie, my Aunt Linda, my cousins Andrea. Shout out to my cousin Lil Ronnie, my cousin Mitch. Shout out Houston, Texas. Thank you, sweets. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. As you all know, I'm Heaven James Clark, Hempstead, Long Island representative, and we're going to get it popping. North Carolina. Shout out to North Carolina. My girl G is in North Carolina from, in case you didn't know, if y'all don't know about that blog yet, I don't know where y'all been, but she's down in North Carolina now. That big old house. I couldn't stay in the house she in. And she moved dead bodies for a living too. Shit, I'd be too pussy. I ain't even gonna lie. I couldn't even do the job she do. I'm much respect. Much respect. Uh-uh. I'm too scary for that shit. I'll beat somebody up, but I don't fuck with spirits. Mm-mm. I don't fuck with dead bodies, yo. Long Island. Yo, Long Island, what up? That's Nikki. Yo, Long Island. Because Long Island and Queens is kind of like the same thing. But Queens don't like people that say that, like, oh, y'all really just from Long Island. They don't like they don't like people to be saying, oh, they're just like Long Island, because Long Island always looked at as, oh, y'all niggas is like the suburbs. All y'all niggas got houses. You know, that's what they always say about Long Island. That's y'all in the suburbs. Y'all in New York, but y'all in the suburbs. So but like Elmont is considered Long Island, and then the next town from Elmont, if you walk 50 steps, From Elmont, you in Jamaica, Queens. I mean, you not Jamaica, Queens. You in you in Queens, pretty much. I mean, Belmont Racetrack is right there. I mean, you pretty much in Queens. You can walk from Elmont to Queens. Elmont's considered Long Island. Next town over, 50 steps. You in Queens. But Nikki was a little further from Elmont. Like she was, in South Side Jamaica, Queens, and it's crazy. You know what I mean? So she wasn't as deep into Jamaica as my cousin was, and 50, like 50 and my cousin, they were on 109 and Guy Brewer. I think Nikki used to live on St. James, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I think she lived on St. James. I was maybe like 10 minutes away from Guy Brewer. All right, let's see what's going on here. Let's get into some things that happened. We discussed Tommy last night. It looks like her brain caught up to her mouth, and she apologized to Chris Brown today. All right, she apologized to Chris Brown today. Oh Lord, let me get this off my screen. I got the porn popping in. The Soul Snatcher and sent me a video. Child. Whoo, Lord. Jesus Christ. I see why they call her the Soul Snatcher. Oh, I can't do this tonight. I'm gonna have to get her off. Let me text DM her. Oh my God. I just DM her. Oh my God. Can't do this to me tonight. Let me get this shit off my screen. So you check your DM. People don't know how to fucking act. Thank you, Regina. Thank you. Thank you. Nikki is a clone. Oh Lord. Here we go. D-Rock. I could trust me. I was up in the studio with her around 2009, 2010. That's the same chick. She just older. Same dimples. She act the same way. She make the same facial expressions. Trust me. That ain't no clone. That's the same woman. She just older. If one thing with all of the shit that be going on in Hollywood, if one thing you cannot say about Nicki Minaj is that she ain't the same person. There's a lot of other people that don't still look the same, and you might still be able to say you might be like, damn, they don't even look the same. One thing about Nicki, forget her body and all this other shit, but you put her face up, you go get the Nicki face from 2005 with the jump off, and then you put up against the face, and you just like, okay, she's just older. She looked relatively the same. She just switched her makeup up or whatever. So that is definitely not a clone. Mm. Jesus Christ. She gonna laugh. I ain't laughing, bitch. This ain't funny. I'm about to do a show and I tap on it and that's what she sent me. Lord have mercy. All right, we're gonna talk about some things. Cardi B in community service still. Talk about obey the law. 50 Cent quietly sued the Shade Room. Oh, they ain't talking about that though. They ain't talking about that. So they had to do a retraction. Hold on here. You see what I told y'all about? Keep on messing with these celebrities. They got time. Hold on. So this is a part of the settlement. Let's go here. Hold on, guys. This is a part of the settlement. Shout out to Milagro because this is where I'm getting that footage from there. You feel me? So he sued the Shade Room. The Shade Room ran an ad a few years ago. This is right around the time when, if I don't know whether y'all watch Power or not, but this is around the time when that scene came of Power where 50 Cent showed his Johnson, to the public. So all the girls was laughing, saying, "Oh, 50 don't got a big, you know what, blah blah, whoop whoop whoop." So 50 blamed that on Stars, saying they showed the scene with, they gonna go and show a scene when he was soft or something like that. So scene they weren't supposed to show, blah blah blah. So then after that, a couple of weeks after that, there was an ad being ran on the Shade Room. I guess they were still piling on from that time, and they said, "Oh, penis enlargement, such and such and such," and then they had a picture of 50 with a surgeon. And she was like, "Oh, we thank 50 for coming through." So the way it came off, like 50 was getting penis enlargement. Well, 50 Cent didn't find that very funny, especially since he was already dealing with everybody on social media saying his dick small. You seen that scene in Power? His dick small. He talk all that shit and got a little dick. So 50 Cent didn't like that. And he blamed the Shade Room. You know what I mean? He blamed the Shade Room for trying to insinuate that because they ran it during an ad, and then they got a picture of him and the surgeon. So he's right, and right now he's in the middle of suing the surgeon as well. But the Shade Room had to retract their statement as a part of a settlement. Now we don't know what they had to give 50 Cent, but they had to give him something. Here goes the Shade Room's retraction. The Shade Room previously published an article about penis enhancement on its website and social media accounts. The article and links to the article include a picture of Curtis J. Jackson, aka 50 Cent, juxtaposed with an image of a faceless male obtaining a penile enhancement procedure with a listen. I've been done with school for years. Euphemistic eggplant emoji covering the exposed groin area. Damn, Shade Room, just say the dick. The Shade Room has since deleted that article and social media posts and wants to make it abundantly clear that 50 Cent did not have penis enhancement surgery or any other procedure, even though he may have needed it because his dick was small. No, I'm just kidding. They don't have that. I was like, what? Abundantly clear that 50 Cent did not have penis enhancement surgery or any other procedure to augment his genitals. And any implication to the contrary is false. So they had to retract what they said. They had to retract what they said. So 50 Cent, even though the situation was never that deep, they had to pay money. You see, this is what happens and I be trying to tell bloggers this all the time. Never be too prideful to say allegedly. Never be too prideful to say allegedly. The problem with a lot of the bloggers, right? The problem with a lot of bloggers and YouTubers Most of them know, and I'm gonna tell you this honestly, with the exception of to me, the people that were actually in the industry and have a way of getting this information. Most of the people that spill industry tea, most of the time are getting it from a third hand person, another fan, um, someone else who runs a blog that wants to get their story out to a bigger platform. But most of the time, it's not coming from the person involved. So they know that the people watching them are going to be skeptical in the beginning, like, yeah, this person is not really in the industry like that, so we'll listen to what they say. And then if you say allegedly, that's going to make them say, okay, he said allegedly, so it must not be true. But that doesn't mean that. You say allegedly just to support yourself, just to protect yourself. But people don't want to say allegedly, and they get themselves in trouble. Now, if the Shade Room had just simply said, we don't know if it's true or not, but 50 Cent allegedly had penis enhancement. But, everything you read on this site is all alleged or unless confessed or confirmed. That's all you have to say. And they wouldn't be in the mess that they're in. So now they had to give 50 a retractment and a check. All right. Okay. I can't even click on my screen because y'all are sharing. Hold on. Okay. So we're going to find out what else is trending and what people were talking about today. So if you didn't see Tommy, last night you had Tommy calling Chris Brown's child crooked eye and all this other stuff, which was totally not cool. Totally not cool. But she apologized today, said she was all in her feelings, said she was emotional. You know, you went and said the guy's kid was cockeyed. I don't really think that. Oh, I was emotional. That it's about I love the kids. I was emotional. I don't think that that should be enough. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't think that that should be enough. You was emotional. What do you mean? What do you mean you were emotional? What does that got to do with it? We're all emotional. Yeah, I don't know who would make her apologize, bro, but everybody's hating on Chris Brown. I seen some people saying, "Oh well." That's how much they hate Chris Brown. I seen some people say, "Oh well, he's a colorist. Oh well, he deserves it." Wow. I said, "Really? That's what y'all on, huh?" So Natalie and Tommy are going to box. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Natalie takes up boxing, I think. But you would think that she did, but you would think that she didn't, because every time I seen Natalie, well, she's getting knocked out. So if she taking up boxing, um, how many damn mugshots Tommy got? If she's taking up boxing, why does she keep getting beat up? All right. Fuck that baby. This is what she said yesterday, and now I'm trying to find her an apology. She said Natalie Nunn had multiple um affairs on her husband, which we all knew anyway. We all knew that Natalie cheated on her husband. All right, somebody DM me this. I'm gonna get into this. Hold on, because this is something. This is something I did not see coming. All right, so let's go. Right, let's go in here. Tommy's apology first, and then I'm gonna get into this something that somebody DM me earlier. Hold on. This one is gonna, you want to stick around for this one because it's a little surprising. I was a little surprised reading this claim. So she was in here. Everybody come in. People need to come in. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that too. People asking me what's going on with Drake and Ice Spice. Drake went and followed back, but I kind of told people in my live before a couple of lives ago. I said if Drake had never unfollowed, he probably would have smashed by now. I'll be honest with you. All right, so let's see. Hold on. All right. Let's see if this will play. She actually apologized to Chris Brown and his baby mama. Y'all ain't coming in today. Y'all said 8 o'clock is the best time. I was on here maybe like 8:20. I want to get the best time. I'm gonna have the biggest crowd. See, I'm about to switch to my other. Hold on. This is not what I wanted. All right, here we go.
Unknown bad girl. So, Tommy, tell us about your badness.
What's up, y'all? What up, London?
Put one if y'all can hear that.
Happy to be here. Happy. Thank you for all the support and love. I want to start off by addressing the elephant in the room. I love the children. I love the children. Last night, in defense mode, I just want to apologize to Chris Brown and his baby mother because it's not my character. And, it started off as a friendly, the sport of it. It got real. It happens. We all human. And I'm just here not at this point.
So it started out as a friendly gesture, and then it got real. Like, what do you mean it started out as a friendly gesture? and then it got real. If you're Chris Brown, put one if this is if you're accepting this apology. Put two if you think this apology was trash. What's up, Dolly, my assistant? Put one if you think this is an acceptable apology to Chris Brown. Put two if you think the apology was trash. Be honest. If you're Chris Brown, right, and you heard what they said, and you heard what she said about baby cockeyed, this, that, and the third. You know what I mean? Oh, that baby look like there's something wrong with him. So my thing is, you should have retracted everything you said. I apologize for saying that they look like have something wrong with them. That's a beautiful baby. You know, I take full accountability. That is definitely something that should not happen. She looked like that. I love the kids, and shit got real. People are human. They've been there. No, 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 no. I'm human, but I'm sorry. I have not been there. I have not been there, Tommy. So don't try to make this seem like it's something that everyone has done. I don't think I've ever in my life, except when I was a kid, I don't think ever in my adult life have I ever talked about someone's child. So no, I don't know. I haven't been there. We all been there. No, we haven't. I haven't. I haven't. I've never been just of your even kids that was may have been bullying my child. I had a situation with my older daughter when she was young. Kids bullying my oldest daughter. Even when I went to the school, I addressed their parents. I was like, I'm address their parents because they don't know no better. They only learning this from what they see at home because they too young to know the difference. So they seeing what they see at home. So I need to address the parents. This kid was not, but you mad because they're saying you was drunk and acting belligerent. Oh, let me see, baby. Listen, you putting your old Hennessy breath in front of this child. What do you think security and his mother's gonna do? You got a damn you got more what you call it, headshots than driver's license. You got more headshots than you got school pictures. And you take those every year. But I'm sure for some of your school pictures, you was probably absent. You got about 14, 15 mug shots. Girl taking mug shots like they school pictures. And you wonder why you up on a 12-month-old baby, in a 12-month-old baby's face, and you wonder why they snatching the baby away from you. And then you're gonna come with that old half-ass apology, as my grandma used to say, half-ass. You can keep that old half-ass apology. So people want to explain. People want the situation. Here's the situation. All right. This is what I told happened. Natalie Nunn, as you all know, or maybe you don't know, Chris Brown and Natalie Nunn used to fuck around, right? This back when Natalie first got on Bad Girls Club. Chris Brown was one of the first celebrities that Natalie Nunn smashed, right? From them seeing her on Bad Girls Club, whatever. So for a lot of years, whenever Natalie is you know Chris is free. Remember, Chris wasn't free for many years because of Carucci. She wasn't really messing with him then, but Natalie is supposed to have that crazy head game for what they say. So she go whop off Chris Brown every now and then. Now that Natalie has kind of came up and she has that business, but allegedly she's covering up her escorting service. What I was told was Natalie was able to get into Chris's free whatever because she was sending him girls to his hotel. So Chris allegedly said, if you gonna send me girls while I'm out here, boom, you can come back. So, I got y'all backstage. But she showed him the girls that she got access to, and I want this one, I want that one, I want this one. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So apparently, Chris been um smashing up chicks since he been in London. That's what I was told. So when Natalie came there, they were going out because they got the fight coming up or what have you. So they were going out to promote this fight coming up. They were supposed to go out there and be like staging beef or what have you. So everybody can get amped up like, oh, I can't wait for this fight. Blah 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 blah. So um but Tommy was drunk. She's a little too over aggressive with the baby. They're like, okay, this chick is belligerent. So let's just get the baby out of the way. And Omika was like, yo, get her away from the baby. No. These women right now, nah. These women wasn't even really around when Rihanna was around. Chris Brown was cheating on Rihanna with. That's when he was getting groomed by that manager, and he also lied to Rihanna, from what I remember, about smashing Tiana Taylor. He just said, "Oh no, we worked together." So, yo, that's old. Yo, that's old. Old's hitting that. Talking about Omarion, and he was like, "Oh nah, that's old's girl." I'm like her big brother. I'm like big bro. Woo 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 woo. So even though I think Tiana's older than Chris, that's why he big bro. But I think he's older than her. I think she's older than him. But that's who he. Now I'm sure the other ones I don't know about because they probably, you know, they're probably not famous. But the famous ones I know about is that manager that was grooming him, and then she got extra mad about Tiana Taylor because Rihanna was allegedly asking him a lot of times, "Are you fucking that girl? Are you fucking that girl?" And he was like, "No, we just working together. That's old's girl. We just work together. We're just working together." And then finally, I think he confessed one time. And then when he confessed is when she started popping him. And then the manager, the whole night, the night that shit blew up with the Grammys, the manager that was grooming him text him like, "Oh, baby, I can't wait to see you at the party," and this, that, and the other. And then Rihanna flipped. And that's how all that started. So yeah, that's how the whole thing with Tina Davis, that's who her name was. Tina Davis, Tiana Taylor. It was two different beefs, but she was grilling him about Tiana Taylor when he didn't want to tell her that he was smashing Tiana Taylor, he was always like, "No, we work together. Oh, we like brother and sister. You should see the way we fight." Blah 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 blah. He was just trying to kill on the see how we fight, so and so so. And then he ended up smashing Tiana Taylor. So then when Rihanna kept pressing him about the girls, she was like, I'm trying to be with you, but you got too many question marks about too many girls. Yo, too many bitches, Chris. It's too many bitches. And she was like, you need to tell me the truth. And Chris was on some, you want to know the truth? You want to know the truth, Anthony? That's going to make you feel better? Fine. I'm fucking him. He pulled the dead president. Fine. I'm fucking him. He was like, listen. He was like, 1 or 2 times we so he got in the studio and things happen. It's nothing. It's nothing. That been happened a long time ago. We're still good. Like we just forgot it happened. And I'm just telling you this because you said, be honest with you, I didn't want to tell you because I didn't want to hurt you. I didn't want you to think that it's something ongoing. It's nothing ongoing. We was up in the studio, so and so, we drinking, smoking, whoop, 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 and it happened. So then Rihanna was like, so is that it? Is that the only one? So Chris didn't want to tell about the manager because Chris was underage. I think was he under? Yeah. When he first started with the manager, he was underage. So he didn't even mention the manager. But then the manager texted him on some baby, baby, baby. I just summer loving night. Oh baby, 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 baby. If you gotta give me she texted him on some baby, baby, baby shit, and Rihanna's like, "Who the fuck is this now? This your manager? Hold up. This Tina Davis. This is your fucking manager? You're fucking your manager too?" And then that's how that whole shit. No. She just said she can't wait to see me at the party because we said. She said, "Baby." She said, "Baby." No, Chris. Not Chris. No, Chris. She said, "Don't no fucking manager talk to nobody. Talk to a client like that. Baby this, baby that." She called everybody baby. You tripping? So Chris was like, she called everybody baby. You making a big deal out of nothing. You know what I mean? So Rihanna was like, oh hell no. Oh hell no. Take me fucking home. Take me the fuck home. So they up in the middle of the Clive Davis party and they arguing. They was sitting there chilling, all hugged up, all loved up. Next thing you know, Chris started getting text messages. Bzz. Bzz. You know how you have it on vibrate? Bzz. So now they leaving the Clive Davis party. They on their way to the Grammys, or I think the Clive Davis party was a pre-shit. They may have been on their way to the Grammys or a Grammy after party. I forgot the timeline. But that's when they start going at it. Hold on. Who else? Who else you fucking? Who else you fucking, Chris? Who else you fucking? So then she started grabbing, going through the phone and trying to do all this shit. What's your fucking password? You changed your fucking password? Why the fuck you change your password? Why the fuck you change your password? If you don't got nothing to hide, why you fucking change your password? They going at it. He all chill, this, that, and the other. And they in a damn fast sports car, and she, let me the fuck out. Get me the fuck out. She trying to get out the car, and the car rolling, and he's like, yo, chill the fuck out. So then he stop and get gas. He stopped and get gas in the middle of them fighting. So she's looking all disheveled. And then there's paparazzis. There's paparazzis following him. And Chris is like, yo, man, not tonight. Tonight ain't the night. Tonight ain't the night, bro. So they kind of left. It's amazing that the paparazzi left. Probably because there was only one there or two at the time, and he was like, "Tonight ain't the night, yo. Don't snap no pictures," because she was already looking disheveled. So the paparazzi, too funny as it seems, really didn't fuck with him. They're like, okay. He was like, yo, I'm having a discussion with my girl, so and so, so and so. And Rihanna's like, I'm not your fucking girl. Right? So they still, he's like, just chill. Let's just get home. It's like, I'm not fucking going home with you. I'm not fucking going home with you. Right? So arguing. He said, okay, let's just forget about it. We're gonna squash when we get home. But then once he said, let's just forget about it, here go Rihanna come out. Oh, forget about it. Oh, now you want to fucking forget about it. What the fuck is this text message about? Blah, 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 blah. And he arguing and screams. So then she starts, she's hitting him in the car. He trying to stop her from hitting him. Like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? You gonna kill us in here. And then I guess according to according to him, she grabbed his nuts or some shit. And she's fucking with the wheel, messing him up. So he took her head. By now he's upset now. She fucked with hit him in his nuts, scratched him or whatever. So then he just go overboard, take her head, start banging it against the dash. You fucking crazy? You gonna get us in trouble? And that was just it. After that, she bleeding like they fighting with the hands. He done bust a lip. Like it was just a mess. But that's how that whole thing started. Now the details in the car and stuff like that, and you have to go back to the court papers for that. Yeah, she kicking him in the, you know what I mean? She in the car, her long ass legs trying to kick in a 2-door car. Long ass legs. So them island girls, man, I dated an island girl. Them island girls are crazy like that. Once they think you doing them dirty, right? It's crazy. So she was really jealous over Chris Brown because like I went back and said before, and this is what she told. I got this image from G because G is close to the cousin of Rihanna's assistant. I'm not going to say her name. You can figure it out. I'm sure y'all know who Rihanna's assistant is. So G knows her assistant's cousin. Really, really, really good. So she was very jealous over Chris Brown. Very jealous over Chris Brown. I don't even think that at this point in time, old girl may not even been her assistant yet, but she knew her. She was very jealous. So the girls had no respect. They were just like, but to defend the chicks that was to defend the girls that was trying to get at Chris Brown, Rihanna and Chris Brown initially said they were not a couple. Now that's like my little brother. Come on. Right? So because y'all was out there trying to front, and girls are like, oh, okay, so that's not her man. Okay, cool. We like brother and sister. We fight all the time. She's running the same lines that he be saying to her about Tiana Taylor. That's like my little bro. So nah, we not together. So they remember at the beginning of their relationship, they were telling people they weren't together. So other girls was like, oh, okay, Amber Rose. Oh, we ain't together. All right. Motherfucking Seven, when she first was coming into the game. You not dating, so you ain't dating Rihanna. No. Okay, cool. Fucking Adrian, um, the 3LW girl, Adrian. The funny thing is, the other one tried to fuck him too, but he didn't smash her, or else I'm sure he would have bought it up, and I'm sure she would have bought it up. But he never, even back then, he never liked Kylie Williams. Never liked Kylie Williams, but he fucked Adrian though. Adrian Balone, whatever. So anyway, I'm getting off. Um. So yeah, that's the whole thing with that. So anyway, back to Chris Brown. That I don't know how I got there. Oh, I think someone said, "Oh, so this is who he cheated on Rihanna with." No, definitely not. But this is what I'm hearing is going on in London because Natalie has access to girls in London, Nigeria, California. Natalie got her little team going, talk about they doing hair or whatever makeup or some shit like that, whatever her line is. But Natalie, them chicks from what I hear be out there smashing. So now, also, I'm probably save this for members only. No, I told y'all enough. I'll say the rest for members only. Okay, so now, what else we got? Drake and Ice Spice. I'm gonna save this for members only too, but I'm gonna tell you something in here. Hold on. Let me go to my email. Let me go to my email. All right. Hold on. So Drake and Ice Spice. A lot of people said, "Hey, Drake refollowed Ice Spice quickly." Right? So here's the thing about Drake. Drake thought once he hit the unfollow, everybody was gonna fall in the line and be like, "Oh, Ice Spice is whack. We're not fucking with her." If Drake unfollowed her, she must not be cool. Like he thinking everybody is nut garglers like DJ Academics, right? Like if Drake unfollows somebody, DJ Academics be like, "Oh, she's whack." He'll be all of a sudden he'll start talking about him and dogging him out in the media, saying she's trash, this, that, and the other. So basically, I believe this is what I believe. Remember, I said that she was talking to friends in the Bronx because like her friends aren't in the industry, right? She's got like 3 homegirls. I probably know 2 of them. She's got like 3 homegirls from the Bronx that she's been hanging with for years, but they're not in the industry. But they've been in her videos or whatever. So you always have to remember when you have girls that's not in the industry, you have friends that's not in the industry, and then all of a sudden they start hanging around industry people, their lips in the beginning are going to be a little loose because they're so excited to be hanging around industry people. They've never really been around celebrities. So they're loose. Their lips are always a little loose in the beginning before they learn the game, before they learn Ice Spice say, "Yo, you got to shut the fuck up. You can't really be saying this. Can't really be saying that. This, that, and the third." So what I think happened was it circulated back around to Drake that Ice Spice was like, just because I didn't fuck him that night, don't mean I wasn't gonna fuck him. Like I was gonna fuck him eventually. I mean, he's Drake. Like, why wouldn't I? So, but she was just like, I wasn't fucking like that's I'm not gonna meet you and then an hour later we're fucking. But the vibe was okay. Eventually, I would have fucked him. So Drake, being the emotional Scorpio, was just like I unfollow, like not talking to her. She's at the OVO Fest. She's trying to turn like, oh, is that so dope? That's so dope. Isn't that dope? And Drake just sitting there looking at her, drinking his little drink, whatever. Yeah, real dope, amazing. Drake mad because he done flew her out, and he used to girls being ready to drop them drawers as soon as they fucking touch down in the six and shit. But old girl was just like so excited to be there. She's like, man, Drake flying me out, and I'm at the OVO Fest, and like people that I was just looking up to 3 months ago, 4 months ago, now I'm on the same place with them, and that's how she was looking at it. So Drake unfollowed her on some emotional shit, and then, like a true New York chick, she basically was like, "Nah, he didn't try to talk to me. Nah, I don't think so." Ebro had obviously heard something. That's why he kept asking her those questions. Because, like I said, in the industry, that is different aspects of the industry. You got the fans, right? You got fanfare. You got fan rumors. There's some fans that may have, a groupie that may have slept with Drake in the past, or somebody that's got some sort of groupie info, right? Then you got the media, right? You got the media people, and then you got what they call the industry people, and that means publicists, marketing, stylists, entertainment lawyers. Those are the ones with all the information, right? Those are the ones with all the information. So blogs and all that stuff. They most of the time, if they don't have a connection to somebody, to either a stylist, a publicist, a marketer, or a entertainment lawyer, most of the time they're getting their tea from another person, right? From another person. And now it's up to you to believe that person or not. So somehow or another, what I believe has not been confirmed, but this is what I believe. I believe that word got back around to Drake. That old girl was like, I wasn't saying you wasn't going to smash. I was just saying you wasn't smashing that day. Who knows? If we would have vibed, maybe you would have smashed the next day. Maybe we would have smashed the day after that. Like, who knows? I'm free. I don't have no man. Like, you know what I mean? I'm sexually free. I got an open mind. Whatever. So all of a sudden, and then on top of that, everybody's looking at Drake like, I don't give a fuck if Drake gonna follow her. I'm gonna follow her. I like what she's doing. I like her energy. I like her look. I like her this. She about to be up. So Drake was like, you know what? Before she blows up too much, before she go Nicki Minaj on me, I better hit that refollow now. Maybe I can get them cheeks, before she blow up too much. So I believe that's what the follow was about. I haven't spoken to my OBO dude yet. I mean, pause. But that's what I believe. Now, there's some other things. Drake and Ice Spice, they were This is the last thing I'm gonna tell you that's not members only. The rest could be members only. They allegedly had dinner privately in New York. I'm not sure where. I'm not sure whether it was in his hotel. I'm not sure whether it was it was probably at a hotel that was not his or hers. She lives in New York, so she probably not using hotels, but um allegedly they had dinner and talked about all this shit or whatever because she recently saw him in New York during his Apollo shit, during his Apollo performance, and she was there with one of her friends, and allegedly after that performance they had dinner, talked, and all this other shit. So we'll see. We'll see what happens from there. And then they had the dinner, and then he followed her. So we'll see. Now, again, like I told y'all last week, Lil TJ is trying to get his record company. They're trying to do like not the contract girl. They're trying to do like the created couple shit. And what happens again with a created couple? You get agreement from both teams. You create the couple, and then you say, if it works out, it works out. If it don't work out, it don't work out. That's what happened with Cardi B and Offset. That's what happened with Jay-Z and Beyonce. Hey, sometimes it works out. Sometimes it works out. You get created couple, you get around each other. Okay, this I'm kind of feeling them. Boom. Get together. The created couple, Cardi B and Offset. Looks like it's working out. Boom, they're still together. But sometimes it don't work out. Alicia Keys and Swizz Beatz worked out. Right? But then there's some that don't work out. Mm-hmm. Demi Moore and Ashton Kutcher, that didn't work out. They were also put together. It didn't work out. That's what I just said. She's not officially dating Lil TJ yet, but that is something that was discussed with their record label. They're trying to do like the created couple thing and see how they work. Lil TJ's got a story. Ice Spice got a story. Lil TJ almost was killed. He can be on some. Oh man, if God didn't plan for this to happen, he would have took me out. It was meant for us to meet. And whoa, whoa, whoa. But as of right now, she says she's single. So Nicki and Lewis wasn't a created couple. Nicki and Lewis was a PR stunt. That's a totally different thing. Nicki and Lewis Hamilton never had anything. Never. You could tell that their chemistry was all off. She was using Lewis Hamilton because the whole New Boy thing had gotten out when New Boy was really just Kenny the whole time. And she was not yet ready to introduce the world to Kenny. So when she was out at these events, she was like, I got to come up with a New Boy. Now she was going to use Michael B. Jordan. She's going to use Michael B. Jordan. But Lewis Hamilton is a big Nicki Minaj fan. He's always been a Nicki Minaj fan. I'm sorry. I don't think Lewis Hamilton, just the way he acts, his whole persona, I really don't think Lewis Hamilton likes girls. I could be wrong. But he just don't act like he's into women like that. Wasn't he up on Rihanna one time too? Was supposed to be seeing Rihanna, and Rihanna was rubbing her. The moment I got suspect about Lewis Hamilton is when I saw him and Rihanna at at she took him to Carnival or he went down there with Carnival. And Rihanna, I ain't never seen Drake would be jealous. I ain't never seen her grind her ass on nobody's dick as hard as she's grinding Lewis Hamilton. That nigga dick wasn't even hard. I was like, nigga, if that had been me, my shit would have came through my pants. I'm like, this nigga, and he had on tight pants too. Everybody was like, yo, all this damn rubbing, and this nigga dick ain't even hard. We're gonna get to that. That was one of the things I'm gonna get to. I'm gonna put most of it in members only, but I'm going to touch on it here because that's a lot of stuff people are sending me. There's a lot of things people are sending me. A lot of it is speculation. There's not anyone that sent me anything that's really got any hardcore facts to it. Right? Now, there's a lot of people who want this to be true. Then there's a lot of people that said, no, that's not true. That's not true. Now, I'll share with you this. Without a doubt, there is now from the people I talk to and from another website that is very privy to information and who people, party goers, hit this website up all the time. And I really just got this information maybe like a half hour to an hour ago. But according to those people, Nicki Minaj, without a doubt, and I'm no longer going to say allegedly. She can get mad if she wants. Remember before I was saying allegedly? I'm taking the allegedly off. That's how confident I am. Nicki Minaj, without a doubt, spent the night at Drake's house. She checked into a hotel after the performance. She went and checked into a hotel. I even know the hotel they said she checked into. The hotel was going towards downtown. Drake don't live downtown. All right? Drake lives on the Bridle Path. I know exactly where Drake lives, like exactly 10 to 15 minutes from where I am right now. I go past his house all the time. So she checked into that hotel around 3 o'clock, 3:15, whatever. Who knows? Maybe not this part. I'm just speculating. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe after she went into the hotel, called her husband and said, "Oh, I'm tired. I have to go to sleep, child, because I am dead tired over here. I'm falling asleep. I just want to check on Papa Bear. Tell him mommy loves him. You doing okay over there? You didn't take that thing off your foot, right? You still got that ankle monitor on? Okay. We won't play no games. Keep the ankle monitor on. Don't leave the house." But I have to get some sleep, child, because this was a long day. And then after she hung that phone up, changed into whatever she gonna change into. Now, from what was reported, she snuck down the back door. They had another entrance for her. Her car was not on the main entrance side. They had a back door. Now, down the back door, let me explain to you how it's explained to me. down the back door. Now down at the door, they got 2 big security guards just in case a nosy paparazzi came to the back door. Guess what happened? A nosy paparazzi came to the back door. Right? But you got 2 dudes in the vision. So the paparazzi, they were actually Canadian paparazzi. See, they not like American paparazzi. American paparazzi ain't gonna take no for an answer. They're gonna be trying to force and shoot between and this, that, and other. So the dude said, "Yo, no pictures. Don't try to take any pictures." Number one, it would have been a clean shot anyway, because it's like Nikki getting into the car. You caught like a quick glimpse of her. 2 big security guards. This is how it's reported to me. So what happens is the paparazzi, who are Toronto paparazzis, they follow the car. This is the report I got. They followed the car. Now, from the hotel to Drake's house is about 25 minutes from the hotel Nicki Minaj was at. They follow the car. Car pulls up on the bridle path. Now, I've been past Drake's house when there's a party. And you basically, if you don't live on the block, when Drake's having a party, if you don't live on the block, and if you don't have a pass, you can't come down that block. That's how they giving it up when Drake's up. But trust me, I've been there. I tried to pass his house one time. They was having a party. I got to the block and they're like, so what do you think you're doing? You got a pass? And I'm like, no. They're like, hang a left and go out, through Lawrence Road West. Like, shit. So they said that car that they followed went right in. All right? Went right in. So they had to leave. Now you have to get to someone else for the other information. Right? So let me read this. Hold on. Shout out to G's assistant Najee for sending me this. Hold on. So G's assistant Najee. All right. So there was 2 girls that allegedly DM'd Dumois. That's that site DEXMOI, I believe the site is. They DM'd Dumois and they said, I'm at the party. Oh my God, I'm at the party and Nicki Minaj is here. Right? I was at the party. Now, remember, this is now I don't know whether it's the next day. I don't know whether it's after the party, because during the party, you ain't got no phone. You ain't got no phone. That's it. He's definitely not allowing that anymore. I think one time before Drake originally didn't take people's phones. He don't really like doing that. He don't really like taking people's phones. But in the beginning, when he first started moving there, he was like, oh, he's going to trust people to, I'm going to trust that if I have people in my home, that you're going to respect my home. But then people started taking pictures of his bathroom, taking pictures of selfies in his bathroom, stuff like that. One person, I think, recorded his toilet playing "I Fly Like a Bird" or some shit. I don't. It was it was some craziness where somebody was recording in his bathroom. So he stopped people with using the phone. He stopped people using the phone. Now, the girl said, and this is, and like I said, I'm not gonna come sensationalize it. I'm just gonna give it to you how it's told to me, and the details I'm gonna do in members only. But details was the girl said Nicki Minaj is here. Nicki Minaj was there. She said she's describing the moment. She said to the girl on Dumois, me and my friend was there. This is like our third party. This is our third party that we came to Drake's house. She said, but then it's usually when it's a party, he usually only allows people that he doesn't know in a certain section of his house. Because he's got a club at his house, right? But he'll do some in the club because that's where the bar is and all that other stuff. But then he lets certain people hang out in certain quarters of his house. Now, if he doesn't know you, then there's a certain quarters of the house that you're not allowed. And then she said, I looked up and I said, is that Nicki Minaj? They're like, oh my God, that's Nicki Minaj. And she was sitting over, of course, in the section where the people that you know. And she was on, she had her phone though. So this is what the girls, and they were like, we left that party 6:30. That's when people started filing out. And she said, and Nicki Minaj was like in the living room area asleep. Right? So, not in bed clothes like she was going to bed, but just the night's late, she's tired, whatever. So they were like, when we left that party, she was still there. Now, if you go back to that time, remember when she was with Drake, I guess it was backstage or whatever, everybody was looking like, wait a minute now. They are really, really close. Like, I had not seen her that close to Drake in a long time. And he's making all these comments about her body and you changed the way I look at women and they shoulder to shoulder. And he talk about, oh, I knew you when you was a bad girl. And she trying to shut him up like, boy, stop. I ain't never been no bad girl. So they doing all this subliminal, you had to be there jokes. So, and then she came home on his private jet 2 days after she was supposed to come home, or a day after. So she was actually supposed to go home. I said, but she didn't go home the next day. She was home the day after that. So, if anything, you'd have to figure why is Nicki Minaj sneaking out of a hotel that she just checked in? Why wouldn't she just go to Drake's house? Why would she go check in a hotel for an hour, bring her stuff back, and then go to Drake's house? Just doesn't seem right. So I got more details on that, but that's for members only. Sorry. And as far as whether they broke up or not, I'll discuss that members only too, but I'll just say this. Um, that was his guys, without a doubt. So I don't know if do they work for Nikki now? They're his guys. No, he wasn't with her in Trinidad. He can't go to Trinidad. He's on house arrest. And she did try, from what I hear, she tried to get him out there saying, "Oh, he's my manager. You know, he's on the roster as my manager." But that didn't work the last time. It didn't work again this time. So he had to stay home. But if they're broken up, his guys, Kenny's guys, are with Nicki Minaj. Those are most definitely his people. So if I'm not saying, oh, that proves that they're not split up. I mean, maybe, who knows? Those people could be on payroll now. You know what I'm saying? Those people could be on payroll now. And even if they are, I'm sure he don't want nothing to happen to her. He probably still some, yeah, going out there and make sure nothing happen to her, this, that, and the other. So no, we're discussing members only though. But would she, if they were? Now I know that they're saying that, but I've been hearing for months. You know what I mean? Like even before she moved, from the other house, the house where she was always on the rocks. Even when she was still living in that house, there was rumors about them two not sleeping in the same bed, but there's absolutely, unless someone like that stylist that be staying in her house, unless, what's his name, Tay, or whatever the hell his name is, unless somebody like Tay told that information, there'd be no way we know that Nicki Minaj and Kenneth Petty is sleeping in the same bed or not. If they didn't give that information to us, and if when the stylist didn't, there's no way that we're going to know whether that's true or not. That's what I'm saying. Judging from the way people are responding, I don't think people don't seem to believe she's pregnant. I know it's hard to tell. If she is, she could be. I mean, if she is, she's definitely gonna be more than some 2 months. She'll probably definitely be showing by now. So I don't think she's pregnant. I do know. I predicted she'd have another baby by him this year, but as of right now, I don't think she's pregnant. Oh, so now there's an article about it? Wait a minute. Shit, I'm getting private information. Hold on here. So now there's an article about it too? Yeah, see what's in that article? I don't have none of that information. Like, my information is totally different. He can't live at the new house until he registers, but you would think he's already registered. He's already registered. He had to register. That was what he's going to the court for. He's already registered, and the only way, when she moves, it's up to her to put who's the residency is, who's going to be living in that house. You know what I mean? But he don't have to. Um, if he registered in California, he just has to alert them of his new address. He got to alert them of his new address, so they can put it out there. You know, but she sure was looking happy. I will definitely say that. She was looking happy. She's looking relieved. I think she said in her little interview, if you want to try to get something from that, oh, I'm glowing because I'm glowing from within, from inside. So a lot of people saw that and was like, oh, she's pregnant. She's talking about being pregnant. I didn't take that. I didn't get that out of it. But a lot of people thinking that she's saying she's pregnant because she said, oh, I got a natural glow. This glow comes from inside. So a lot of people said she's admitting she's pregnant. But I don't think that's admitting you're pregnant. That's just me. But I do believe if they are still together, if they stay together, I do believe she will have another baby by that guy this year. Right? What else we got? Time of the issue is part. Oh yeah, so Amika is out there in London with Chris Brown, and allegedly Chris Brown is like, I don't give a fuck. They say Chris Brown is up there running through folks, running through chicks like a goddamn hurdler. They say Chris is knocking them back, knocking them down, and knocking them back. You know? Huh. Yeah, they saying Chris is knocking them down out there in London. I guess he upset. He taking it back. I want to be needy for once. Mm. No, I'm not. Not. It's not a psychic. I'm not saying it's going to happen. That's a prediction. So that's not a psychic. See, that's two different things. I'm not up here saying, "Oh yeah, I see it happening." I'm making a prediction. You know how you predict somebody's going to win the Super Bowl? You're not a psychic. You're not saying that's going to happen. You're making a prediction. I predict she's going to be married. I mean, she's going to get pregnant. I don't know that for a fact, but that's just my prediction. And I didn't look in no tarot cards, and I don't do that shit. That's just my prediction. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't think the Drake and Nicki's gonna ever happen. I don't think Drake and Rihanna's gonna ever happen. You know. So, I think Rihanna is gonna be with the guy she's with until he cheats on her or until they, whatever. The only thing I can see is I can easily see ASAP cheating on Rihanna. He's already an admitted sex fiend. What happens when Rihanna gets pregnant, gets too big, and can't give him none for 5, 6 months? He gonna wait? He gonna go beat his meat? What's he gonna do? Or is he gonna slide out and get us into one of his, or get a leaky? What they call him? A leaky leak? Sneaky links? He gonna slide out and get him a sneaky leak. I could easily see him messing that up. Yeah, Harlem nigga. Them Harlem niggas ain't got no sorts of remorse at all. They'll have look what Cam did to Juju. Cam ain't been able to replace Juju since. Cam thought that, oh, he's Cameron. Big booty Judy. Uh-oh. caught the cooties. Cootie, big booty Judy. I heard through the grapevine, Judy wanted to do me. I got the caller, ball from the Harlem. I'm in the hall. I gave her the call. You know I'm in the hall. I got my halls. Off cheat. Yeah. Juju's pregnant now. Juju's pregnant. I'm glad. I'm happy for her. She deserve it. She deserve it. She waited around and wasted her years with Cameron. Ume Udoka is trending. Oh, Stephanie Mills. Let me tell you, how old is Stephanie Mills now? 65? Let me tell you something, Miss Mills. You can still get it. Something that you told me stayed in my head all night long. Child. And she can still sing. Let me tell you something. Stephanie Mills, but look at her. Look, shit. I will knock this old lady down. I don't give a fuck how old she is. She can still catch this work. Hold on. She can still get this work. Work. Stephanie Mills basically was talking about Michael Jackson. She said that there's no way in hell that Michael Jackson ever touched any of them children. She said she used to leave her children, her niece, her nephew, niece over Michael's all the time. She never had no issue. Michael Jackson would never hurt a child. So if Stephanie Mills says it, I'm gonna believe Stephanie Mills. Fuck y'all. Let's see what Stephanie Mills said.
Beyonce to Diana Ross. I mean,
No,
Diana
just
Ross,
in terms of stardom.
in terms of stardom, it's still different. It's still, I mean, Diana is glamour and Beyonce is glamour. It's just different. It's hip hop. I consider Beyonce hip hop. I consider Diana R&B and pop and just I consider her royalty. Diana, I've always wanted to be like Diana. And when I saw Lady sings the blues, I would go to her shows in Vegas. They were always so wonderful and classy and everything. Diana Ross is the epitome of beauty and class to me.
Oh. So this is very interesting. And somebody said, that's interesting. Now, let me tell you what the question was. I think the question was, do you compare Beyonce to Diana Ross? And Stephanie said she wanted to say Diana is classy, right? But then she caught herself and said, "Yeah, Beyonce's classy too, but I think I consider her hip hop. I consider Diana as glamour, as this is that. I always wanted to be Diana Ross." Well, Stephanie Mills is good. Stephanie Mills is very good at taking the high road because if I'm not mistaken, Stephanie, Diana Ross is the reason why your ass was not Dorothy in The Wiz. Diana Ross went to Barry Gordy and said, "I need to be Dorothy." She was too old to be Dorothy. Diana was too old to be Dorothy at the time. But she went to Barry Gordy and said, "I want to be Dorothy." And he was going to give that to Stephanie Mills because Stephanie Mills was Dorothy on Broadway. And on top of that, at the time, Stephanie Mills was seeing Michael Jackson. So Diana Ross took that part from Stephanie Mills and to secure that part, she told Barry Gordy, "If I'm not going to be Dorothy, then Michael ain't going to be in the movie." So she told Barry Gordy that Michael would not be in the movie as the Scarecrow unless she was Dorothy. So Stephanie Mills with her fine ass, I will still take her ass down. But listen, she's good because Diana Ross is a cutthroat wench. Diana Ross is not classy. She may have looked classy back in the day when y'all looked at her. Yeah, she's definitely not racist. She's no color. Most of the men she got with was white men. But we all heard the whole story about Dirty Diana. Part of it is about Diana Ross and how they're saying she was grooming Michael Jackson and she was sleeping with Michael Jackson. She pretty much used Michael Jackson, manipulated him, the way she wanted to because she knew Michael Jackson was in love with her. So she used to be able to manipulate Michael Jackson. And you would see him sometimes sitting up in award shows so angry and mad. Like you would never see Michael angry and upset. But he'd be sitting up in these award shows because Diana Ross would be up in there with another guy. And Michael would get upset when he would see or something. He would always feel as though she manipulated him because she would always make him feel like they were going to be together. And then as soon as she break up with her boyfriend and Michael rubbing his hands together like, "Okay, my turn," she pop up with somebody else 2 days later. One time she popped up married and you could see Michael was pissed like during this award show because I think he didn't know nothing about it. Nobody knew she was married till she showed up. I think this was a Grammy show or maybe American Music Award. She showed up with her husband. And Michael Jackson was pissed. He was pissed. He could barely talk. You see him up there? He was so angry at Diana Ross. I think that footage is still out there too. That's the maddest I've ever seen him. So he was upset that she went off and married that white dude, and she didn't even tell him she was married. She didn't even tell Michael Jackson she wouldn't have got married. But yeah, Stephanie Mills, that's black don't crack right there. She still looks herself, just looks like she had surgery. Stephanie Mills ain't touched her face. I bet that ass still fat too with her little 4'10" self. Was she like 4'9", 4'10"? Little shorty. Just to be walking around here with that big old ass. Uh, yeah, so Diana pretty much blocked Stephanie Mills from being Dorothy on in the Wiz. And then she took her old ass up there to my son. Eat on down the road. Eat on down the road. Like Diana, your ass was in your 30s. Your ass was in your 30s trying to be Dorothy. But that's what it said. And then they allegedly said she was like, "Yeah, you sleep over his house. I fuck him." Because Stephanie Mills said, I don't know whether she ever admitted that Michael Jackson was her took took her virginity, but she did say that Michael Jackson was her first real boyfriend. And she said, "Oh, he's doing so. We have sleepovers and such and such." And then they said back in the day, Diana was, talking to somebody. She was watching Stephanie Mills on TV. Said, "Oh yeah, we have sleepovers and we play games and so and so." And then Diana was, Diana was older. Diana was watching. Diana said, "Yeah, you sleep with him, I fuck him." Oh man, oh man. Diana Ross, something else. First birth, and yeah, that's it. Stephanie looked good, but listen. She was on the radio. Said I'm kind of a cougar. You a cougar? Hey, look at me raising my hand. Me over here. You could be a cougar over here, cause you fine as fuck. All right, what else we got? What else happened? Mm, we talked about Drake and Ice Spice. We talked about Nicki Minaj and Kenneth Petty. Cardi doing community service like that doesn't really matter to me. Um, she should have been finished that anyway, but that's not really exciting. Um, let's see. Before I go, let's see what else is out there. Well, we know why Onika's trending. Oh, Nia Long is basically blaming the Boston Celtics, saying that they did not allow her. They did not allow her the chance. U.S. Barb's jumping anyone who slightly throws shade or come for Onika to. Okay, so they're doing these things again. I thought she was trending for, but there was like a performance or something. All right, so basically Nia Long is blaming the Boston Celtics for not allowing her the opportunity to take her man back if she wanted to. And by her saying it's their fault is because they made it public. I know, Diva. I'm not staying on long tonight though because I'm gonna be doing this now every night, so I'm not gonna be on here mad long. Yes, Chris posted Chloe. Okay, about time, Negro. That's my girl there. Don't care what none of y'all say about Chloe. I ain't think about what none of y'all saying. But Diana needs to get like Cher and fall in love. However, no one can beat the white rich man she married. She loves Uggs. Cher is happy with Alexander posting on. Cher went and got her a black guy. Cher was like, "I don't care if what type of job you have. It really doesn't matter when you're in love. When you're in love, it don't matter. You can be unemployed. Even if you're unemployed, if you're in love, it really doesn't matter. If I could turn back time, if I can find a way. Oh man, she said she don't give a fuck. Wait, did Diana Ross bleach her skin? Them a bleach. Them a bleach up their skin. Them a bleach. Them a bleach. I'm telling you, Hondo, that's exactly how she sounds. Yeah, an accidental death, huh? Did he cheat on Cardi B? Now, again, Barty Gang hates to hear me say this, but I can't confirm. I mean, of course, he did in the past. I can't confirm that he cheated on her with Sweetie or recently or whatever. But I like to look at things from a different perspective, right? When hold on, when Cardi B did that interview with Jason Lee, right? She said, "Well, you know why I didn't say anything? You know why I was quiet? Yeah, that's why I asked you. Why was you quiet? I was quiet because if I know I'm gonna find out the truth. If you know about me, I'm gonna find out the truth. And I know what's going on in my house. I'm gonna find the truth. Okay, that's cool. But like I said, I'm gonna look at it from another perspective. This is what people hate about me. This is what I'm saying. I don't play favorites. I love Cardi B, but I'm looking at it from another perspective. If you didn't think that there was any chance of that being true, why did you need to find out the truth? Wouldn't you already know the truth? So the way I'm looking at it as that's something that came up that you didn't know nothing about. Because if you knew it was the truth, you'd be like, "Oh, I didn't address that because I knew it was bullshit." That's the answer I was looking for. The answer I was looking for was I didn't address it because I don't address bullshit and I don't address lies, right? But by you saying you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find out the truth, you know, and I know what go on in my house. Do you know what goes on outside your house? Right. So, and you know what goes on inside in your house. So does that mean he did it and you found out about it? He did it and he confessed? Because you can still know what's going on inside your house. He could have done it and you found out about it. Or he could have done it and he confessed to it. You see what I'm saying? And how did you find out the truth? Did you call Sweetie? What's that process like? But you see, stupid ass Jason Lee is too busy. Oh yeah, because we talked about that. Man, we talked about that. See, what the people don't know is that me and you we talk 20 times a day, so people don't really know that. So we talked about it, and what I tell you, what I tell you when we was on the phone before. So instead of him asking the questions, that could have shut everything down. Be like, okay, and you found out the truth. So how did you find the truth? Did you did you ask Sweetie? Did you reach out to Sweetie and say, yo, is this true? Did he reach out to Quavo? Did you reach out to Quavo and say, yo, bro, why are you spreading these lies? Yo, bro, you gonna clear this up? Or did you reach out to Offset and ask Offset, did it happen? How did you find out the truth? You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, she said, I know what goes on in my house. So are you telling me that that song wasn't about Quavo, wasn't about Offset? Or are you telling me it didn't happen and the song wasn't about Offset? Bacon Lee. Yeah, he dislikes Megan, but but around Cardi B, like now he tries to be, because Megan spoke with him or whatever. He ended up getting her on the phone finally, and and he basically told her what issues he had with her and whatever. And Megan's like, okay, I mean, well, okay, it's nice to know, but it doesn't really affect me like that. So he still throws shade at me, but he tries not to do it around Cardi B because he knows that Cardi loves Megan or cool with Megan. We'll put it like that. But I wanted to know, so at the end of the day, was he talking about Offset? So was that song not about Offset, or it was about Offset, but it was a lie? Because that's important. Because if you got Quavo out here insinuating that that's Offset he's talking about, and it's not true, then there is an issue. Now, if you're telling me the song wasn't about Offset, that's something totally different. So, all I do hope is if he does cheat on her again, I just hope she leaves him. She's the one holding. She's the breadwinner in the family. Not Offset. It's not like Offset's broke, but Cardi B got more money than Offset. You know, Offset had to split his money 3 ways. Cardi B had to split money 3 ways. She got to give up whatever fees she got to give up. But once she gets her money, that's it. That's her money. But I wanted to find out, who was the song about then? Who is this getting kicked in? Oh, I know, right? Linda's like, who is this getting? These old wild ass people on Instagram. It's a bar saying me to whoever started those Onika equal burger tweets. And that's they saying that's what they doing. They kicking him in the face. The bars be on some shit. See, here's another Onika at the burger store. Like, what is that? Like, that shit is so Onika when she sees a burger. Like, it's so corny, yo. Like, these people on Twitter, thank God they're not comedians. They dumb as fuck. Patience. Hold on. Patience. I know this little heifer is not still on the phone. Patience. I'm gonna beat her ass. Patience gonna get this work. She know good and damn well she's supposed to be in the bed 9:15 the latest. Hold on. Yeah, the weight thing and the age, like that's like so old. Like I'm like, people be trying to do that, but it's not just black women. People be trying to do that to me all the time. Oh, your old ass. Okay, that's like that's the best insult you got. Okay, cool. I'll take that. Hold on, let me call her mama. She's at the other wing. Niggas act like their house is so big. Let me call her mother. She's at the other wing of the house. Nigga, please. That bitch another room. Stop it. Chill. Hold on a minute. All right, y'all. Let me get over here. Join me tomorrow, same bat time, same bat channel. If you want to join members only, you just go to the channel where it says join, hit that join button, and then you'll have the little things to get, like all my Nicki Minaj um exclusives are in the A plus category. All the other exclusives are, whatever. Pick a side, pick a side. Whatever you want to pick. So I want to thank y'all for joining me. Make sure you join me again tomorrow, 8 p.m., same time. We're going to kick it. I love y'all to death. Jasmine, Lindy. Oh, Dolly got a question. Ciao. Diana's husband divorced her. She lives in a nice house. She is still in contact with the daughter from a previous relationship. I did not know this. Why did he leave? I'll have to get that answer to you, Dolly. I don't know, honey. I didn't even know. I thought Diana's husband died. I ain't even gonna. I'm not even gonna hold you. I thought Diana Ross's husband was dead. Hold on. Is he dead? I could have sworn her last husband died. Wait a minute. So, okay. So the husband that she divorced in 2000. I don't know whether this is who Dolly's talking about. The guy, they said he fathered a child outside of their marriage to some bitch in Norway. So if that's the guy you're talking about, they're saying that they got divorced because he fathered a child with some other broad in Norway. I don't know how many husbands Diana had, but that's the one. Thank you, Lindy. Thank you so much. I appreciate those kind words. Who else is on here? Typical Tyson. I love Typical Tyson. Oh man, you be rubbing me the wrong way sometimes, but I fuck with you, Typical Tyson. Marcel is always my faithful compadre. Jasmine Moore, Sexy 60, Mira. Who else is in here? Still show me who's in here, dude. I can't see. I would have to go to the actual YouTube page. I'm gonna start doing that. I'm gonna start going to the actual YouTube page and reading the comments. But anyway, signing off. Y'all know how I feel about y'all, so I don't have to say it. And Stephanie Mills, holla at your boy. So we signing off for Heaven Hollywood. Want to give a shout out. Heaven Hollywood definitely backed by the mob ties. He shows nothing but loyalty and respect. And as long as Heaven Hollywood can show loyalty and respect, he's welcome out in Texas. And he won't have to check in. So as long as you keep on, Hollywood, with your loyalty and your respect, you can come to Hollywood, you come to Houston anytime you want. Just as long as you don't bring that Megan Thee Stallion with you. She not welcome out here in Houston yet. She got to check in. Now that is interesting. He said, if I'm not mistaken, Megan Thee Stallion is from Houston. Now, if I'm going to go to Houston, I'm going to go to see Megan Thee Stallion. I'm not going to Houston to see the Prince family. Check in for what? Imagine that. Imagine T.I. checking in with somebody. I'm going there to see Megan Thee Stallion perform before I'm going to expeditiously watch the Prince family. Checking in where? I think if I was you, I'd just be on quiet because you showing up and having no problem checking in with them girls. I've heard about you going out there in Houston with them girls, that one girl, and then there's another girl out there in Beaumont, Texas, that come back. You always got something to say, but when it comes down to them girls that be saying something about you, then all of a sudden you gonna be quiet. Now, see, this is what I'm talking about. Where are you coming from? Where did you come from? I wasn't even talking to you. And here you come jumping up in my business. See, this is why we stay at odds. I'm talking about Jay Prince. Ain't nobody talking about no girls. You all see, that's the reason why I don't bring you on the show no more. Because you just run your mouth at the wrong time. There's a time and place for everything, baby. This is not your time. And this is not your place. Did somebody say Houston? I know ain't nobody talking about no Houston without talking about me. Houston, I love me some Houston, Texas. Shout out to Houston, Texas. I'm throwing it up, but I'm throwing up the Longhorn. I'm not throwing up the 360 for all y'all thinking because y'all with that Illuminati, y'all just shorty with that Illuminati mess. I don't be throwing up nothing about no Illuminati. I'm throwing up the 3 for Third Ward. Shout out to Third Ward. Shout out to Houston, Texas. Everybody in Louisiana. I still love y'all in Louisiana. I'm not saying nothing about New Orleans. I love some Louisiana. But it's Houston, Texas all day for me. Ain't that right, Jay? Jay. Why don't you go back in the room? I think that'd be the best thing to do. Just go back in the room. I thought you were in for the night. What are you doing out of that bedroom? I thought I had you drugged up, and I thought you would take. I gave you sleeping pills. Why? Why are you up? See, that's the thing, baby. You thought you gave me sleeping pill, but what I did, I took no dose first. I took that. That's an old trick. That's an old trick. I took no dose first, and then You gave me the sleeping pills, but it didn't work because I'd already took NoDoz. You and your shenanigans. All right, y'all. All the single ladies out there, that's a trick. When they try to drug you with the sleeping pills, you got to take NoDoz first. So the NoDoz will counteract. It'll counteract the sleeping pills. That's an old Houston trick. Third ward in the house. All right, guys. Appreciate y'all. Baby, don't you leave. Baby, don't you leave. Don't leave me stuck here in the streets. Oh, oh. I will never, no, never thank you. Who am I to hold the past against you? All right. All right now. Shit, go off.